It's time for your money, and a lot of retirees are shocked to find that taxes don't stop when the paychecks do. In fact, taxes can be one of the biggest expenses in retirement, especially if you don't plan ahead. And here to break it all down for us is Colin Evans with Evans Financial Group. And yeah, this is probably a shock for many people.
It can be. It's like you just don't want people to get sideswiped, without having the blinders on, or maybe they missed the exit. So we put together a couple of things as we're kind of winding down this year. Yes, retirement income is still taxable. You still have Social Security, pensions, potential withdrawals from IRAs or 401ks. All of that can be taxed as income. And without putting a plan in place that can actually could potentially hurt you in the way that you take those out and mitigate the taxes in the best way possible. Number two, we want to look at the Roth Advantage, and without sounding political, Trump put us in some of the lowest tax codes we have ever seen in the history of this country, and taking advantage of that and doing some Roth conversions, visit with an advisor that can do that and start converting some of these dollars and paying the taxes now while we're in some of the lowest tax rates in the event that taxes go up in the future. When we poll, when we speak at events, we a lot of times poll the people attending these events. We're $30+ trillion in debt. Where do you think taxes are going to go in the future? And it's every time it's 100% of the hands get raised. Taxes are going to have to go up. So that's why this can be a big deal. If you feel like taxes are going to go up, this might be the time to look at converting into those Roth dollars. Number three, one of the big things we want to be aware of is the tax domino effect. And what we mean by that is taking too much income from certain retirement accounts might trigger a taxable income, and moving into another tax bracket specifically, especially if you start taking those funds out and not realizing it, it could actually also change your Social Security. And this is kind of where the domino starts. It could trigger the Social Security, go into a higher tax. It could also affect your Medicare premiums. So that's another thing that you want to double check and make sure of. And lastly, that smart timing really does make the difference. One of the biggest things we look at is, when people go into retirement time, we call different pockets of money. They kind of have it scattered over in different places. We want to really have a strategy in place that mitigates the tax issue as much as possible, and pulling from the correct buckets at certain times can be more efficient. And the entire idea is keeping more on your side of the table as opposed to Uncle Sam, because I don't think they have a great track record with the tax dollars we've given them so far. So we want to just look at it and protect the client as well and the best as possible. Tax planning really, it doesn't just start at retirement. This is an ongoing thing, and it's something we constantly want to revisit at least once a year and just constantly look at it to make sure that you are mitigating it as much as possible.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of these things are strategies.
They are. They really are.
And the layperson that doesn't know much about their finances, or even you probably only retire once, so this is a season that is unknown for many people. But that's why they enlist people like you to help them. So how can people find out more information?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can find us on the web at evansfinancial.com, or kick an email over to us at info@evansfinancial.com.
All right. Always a pleasure to have you. And we'll see you next
year.
And we'll see Patrick right now.